It's another day. A very good morning to you, boys and girls. It's Wednesday, the 29th of April 2020. Welcome along, gang, to our little daily chat show. I don't know if I look a bit dark today. I look like I'm going to a blooming funeral, don't I, this morning? I thought I'd get out the black jacket today. This doesn't come out very often. I just think it's a little bit of a depressing colour. You know, like a funeral type colour, isn't it? Black this morning. Very good morning to you, boys and girls. What's it like today? Looks like it might brighten up a little bit later. I'm not sure. Who's there? Colin K. Morning. Diane Jebb, Mike Rees-Ponto, Mick Davenport, Mandy Davenport, Daniel Woodhouse is there, and Michael Pullman washing just before he goes to Betty Bye-Bye is there. Morning to Claire, hello to you, and Sabrina as well, the early people in there today. Thanks so much for those of you that played the quiz last night. I think we had a good time. A couple of you mentioned it was a little bit harder last night. I must say they all look hard to me, to be honest. As you know, I'm not a very particularly intelligent person, I must say. I'm really not. And I wouldn't do too well. I wouldn't have done too well on any of them, to be honest. That being said, a lot of people were well into their 40s. With their scoring, so I don't think it was as hard as perhaps you thought it was if you're getting such good scores like that. But sometimes you'll find it hard, sometimes you'll find it easy, depending on who you are. I don't think there's a single quiz that I ever did, whether it be in pubs or online or anything like that, and I did them for quite some years in pubs. But I don't think there was ever a single quiz where someone, as you're walking around, would have said, "Ow, these are really hard." No, love, you're just a bit thick, darling. I mean, that's what you want to say. Of course, you don't at the time. It's not that hard this morning. Well, they got 100 out of 100. How comes you've only got 5? Do you think that's telling you something, lovey? Do you know what I mean? So I don't think it was that hard last night, but we had a good night last night. Thanks very much to those of you that are playing. And another quiz for you on Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, okay? Killing Eve, I watched a little bit of that last night, but I was distracted. Because I kept picking up my phone again. Leave the phone somewhere else if you're trying to watch the telly. And I ended up doing a couple of TikTok videos last night. Where are we now? What's his name? A Filthy Peasant won the fridge magnet on Monday. I said I was posting this off. I've run out of stamps. Now, I ordered a load of stamps, 20 quid's worth, a couple of weeks ago. And I'm thinking, where are these stamps then? Anyway, I've looked and it says on the Amazon thing, delivered. So they've got lost. They seem to be lost. Now that's 2 items that has now got lost in the post. Both of the items appear to have come through the Royal Mail system rather than Amazon, because it does say via Royal Mail tracking. And something's been scanned somewhere and they're like, well, it's been scanned. It's not here. There's no stamps here. I lost 2 things, stamps and a wig. Don't ask. I bought the wig for a specific TikTok video that I wanted to do. I won't tell you what it was, but that hasn't arrived either. Now, those 2 items, I think, should have arrived around the same time. So I don't know if that's on the same delivery thing. I do know that the other week, last week or the week before, I think it was, a bloke came and delivered a little box outside, just as I was in the kitchen opening doors. So, oh, thanks very much, mate. And off he went, right? So I bought this little box, took it straight to the bin, and I opened it. Sorry, took it straight inside, opened it, and I looked into it. I don't know, what's this? And I looked in it, and I can't remember what it was. Can't even remember what it was now. Some sort of metal stencil or something like that it was. And I looked at it, and I thought, well, I don't know what that is. And then I looked at the address, and it was the wrong address on there. Oh, I'll take it around the corner. The other house wasn't too far away. I thought, I'd take it around the corner. But I'd already opened the box now, because I didn't check, what address was on the box. So I'm cooking my lunch and there's a knock at the door. Oh, hello, mate. I've given you the wrong box. I said, oh, yeah, hello. It was the postman again. I said, I'm ever so sorry. I've opened it and I'm giving it back to him. He said, oh, okay. I said, actually, give us it here. I'll put a bit of tape on it, and I put a bit of brown tape on it. And he took it back. A mistake's a mistake. I'm not bothered about that. And he gave me my box. So whether or not something like that has happened, I don't know. It's like 20 quid's worth of stamps, A whole great big page of these first class stamps. So I'm just waiting for the stamps to arrive. I've actually, rather than wait for them to deal with things, because now everything has to be checked. Now they can't just put you another load of stamps in the postbox, can they? Or give you an immediate refund. Oh no, they've got to check through the system, which takes ages. So I just ordered another load of stamps from a place called Viking Direct, where I often get stationery and bits and pieces from, and it can be cheaper on there. Not always. It's a bit like going to Costco. I know some of you are members of Costco, which is supposed to be like this discount place where you buy stuff in bulk, but it's not always cheaper in there. You have to know your prices, especially when it comes to stuff like washing up powder. In the supermarkets, and they have these deals, don't they? Buy three get one, buy one get two free. That's that sort of thing. They've got one of those on. It can be cheaper by far to just seek out in the supermarkets and see what they're doing at the moment. And the prices change in Costco quite a lot as well. My sister went in there once and she said, the Branston baked beans, they were, really cheap. Really cheap. They're my favourite baked beans, Branston. And she rang me and she said, they're cheap, sir. Do you want me to get some next time? Yes, please. Well, next time she went, they'd like tripled in price, and they were dearer than they were in a supermarket. You can usually get the Branston baked beans 4 for £1.50. The sort of normal size tin, not the small tins, the normal size tins. You get them a pack of 4 for £1.50. Be careful on that offer, because sometimes on the shelf below they'll have 3 cans for £1.50. Strange, isn't it? But that's how it is. You have to watch your prices all the time on all this stuff. So that's Viking Direct. I also managed to get from Viking Direct some weeks ago now a load of tissues and some spray bleach and some floor cleaner, which at the time we were unable to get from the supermarkets. But all that stuff's back in stock now since these idiots, they must have rooms full of toilet paper and tissues, these people. They must have rooms full of this stuff. Those people that were doing the bulk buying a little while ago. Let me just get a little bit more comfortable here. Oh, God. But anyway, that's done. Let's have a look. I'll have a look at your messages in a moment, boys and girls. I was watching one of Rachel's TikTok videos. She's probably with us this morning. I'll have a look in a minute. One of Rachel's TikTok videos. She's got a grandfather clock. Wow. Rachel's got a grandfather clock. Now, I think it might be one of the electronic ones rather than a wind-up one. I'm sure she'll tell us on the chat box in a moment or two. I do love a grandfather clock, a chiming one. And that's what led me to put that clock in front of the Facebook Live thing this morning that I'm now using to advertise the fact that we're on YouTube. It's amazing how many people just sit there and watch that. I reckon you could probably set up a channel. There's 3 people watching it now. Why are there 3 people watching the clock? I don't get it. But anyway, that could be a channel, couldn't it? If you're thinking of starting out your YouTube channel, you've got a decent clock. I say that with an L, boys and girls. If you've got a decent clock somewhere, just put it in a quiet corner or a room all on its own. Start up your YouTube thing and just, that's it. Basically, I wonder how many subscribers you get for that. I could set up another channel downstairs in a quiet room. I think I need to be in a quiet room with a lot of padding, to be honest, sometimes. They are very strange and mysterious. So I love Rachel's grandfather clock. I like clocks. One's outside, like Big Ben, of course, the Queen Elizabeth Tower. And I always remember the clock on. Do you remember the clock on? Was it Camberwick Green or Trigley or Trumpton? One of those. It was like a town hall type effect, wasn't it? It was only a model. It was just a little model. This was a children's program. If you're young, you won't know it. But they were like little animated. I think they were puppets. And one of the things they did always at the beginning of the program, it was Trumpton. I think it was Trumpton. One of the things they did at the beginning of the program was they'd have this clock. It's almost like a house, and it had 2 doors on it, right? And the clock would get to the hour, whatever that was, 10 o'clock or whatever, and it'd go, and noises would happen, and the little doors would open, and little men and women would come out and go round this clock, and then they'd stop in front of each other. One man and one woman, I think it was, if I remember rightly. They'd stop in front, and one was holding something like that. It must have been a bell, and the other was holding a hammer. And it went tick, tock, tick, tock. Dun 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 and click clock click tick tock tick, and then they would reverse back in the doors and they would slam shut. I love that. Who remembers that? Where are these wonderful children's programs now? No, they're obsessed with making them more all PC and all that. Boring. I mean, Teletubbies. What a load of rubbish that is. And bananas in pyjamas. Do me a favour. It all went wrong when that bloke started doing finger bobs and sticking his fingers up little models. I was very shocked by that. Don't know what would. No, we want Trumpton, dear. Dun, da, da, da. And then there was the fireman. The fireman, you remember the fireman? Yes! Pew, pew, Barney McGrew, Toughbert, Billy and Grab. Bum, 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 da, 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 ding, 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 da, 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 da. Ding ding! Yes, the fireman coming down that thing. And who's the bloke with the windmill? Windy Miller. Windy Miller. You remember Windy Miller? The noise of that windmill going round. And then there'd be some guitar playing and a song. All these characters, they had their own song. I should have my own song. I should have my. Someone needs to write me a song. I must have a word with my very good friend Elton. You might have heard a couple of his songs now and again. You know, something like Trumpton. Oh, wonderful. I've actually got a cuckoo clock as well. If you want, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll try. Now, how am I going to do that one? So for tomorrow's clock, I could do a different clock every day, couldn't I? On that Facebook. See how long. Actually, the iPad will run out of battery at some point. That's what's streaming the clock downstairs. But I could do the cuckoo clock if you want. Should I do the cuckoo clock tomorrow? Would you like that? Would you? I'll do the cuckoo clock tomorrow. And I'll try and do it so that we start just after an hour. After the hour, so you get the cuckoo climb out and everything. How marvellous. Went for a walk yesterday. Very, very sad to report. There were several tins I came across in the wood, just discarded there. I think I might take over a carrier bag and... well, I don't think I've got any plastic gloves or something. I don't like to touch this stuff and fetch the... start picking up the rubbish over there. It's disgusting. Disgusting, dirty people. These are obviously not people who usually use the forest. This has only happened since this lockdown. People who don't usually go over there have been going over there, taking their bleeding, dirty plastic bottles and tin cans of stuff, and crisp rubbish, and just dropping it on the floor. Disgusting, dirty, filthy scum. That's what they are. Because, of course, there's no bins over the forest. There aren't any bins. You're just expected to, take stuff home, which is completely understandable. You know what they're like. They just drink it and they chuck it. They just chuck it. Awful, awful. So that's that. I've got some bluebells to plant. I've got some little bluebell bulbs that I bought off the internet. They have actually shooted. There's shoots coming off them, so I put those. The shoots go upwards, you see. So you put those in the ground. Whether or not they're flower this year, I doubt that very much. It's a bit late now for bluebells. They like it cold, don't they, bluebells? I think they do like it cold, bluebells. But I reckon they'll come up. They just might not flower, and then they'll flower again next year. I've got an area in the garden where there's nothing. It's kind of in front of a door, and nothing really grows there. It's shaded by one of the tall pine trees. Well, I've only got one tall pine tree in the garden, but behind that, nothing seems really to grow there. So I thought that would be an ideal place to put the bluebells. About 20 of them going in the ground there. Got some ironing to do now. To do today. I must start on my accounts. I still haven't started on my accounts for the year yet. And last night, after I finished the show, I had my dinner, and I played my keyboard organ last night. Just some hymns. My chords are getting bigger. Anyone who plays an instrument, my chords are like 6 or 7 notes now. We do like it loud. We like it loud. Anyway, that's what I've been doing. Let's have a look at some of your messages this morning coming through on the system. Good morning to John Parrish, who is in his caravan with a delightful sherry. And as always, gang, if someone is with us live, and it's their birthday, we sing to them live on this programme exclusively. Yeah, you can't get Piers Morgan to do this or Nana Manchetti. They won't sing you happy birthday. I blooming well will. Happy birthday to Mr. John Parrish from his delightful wife Sherry up there in the caravan today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear John. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, John. So you're nice and cosy in that caravan. Last couple of nights have been a little bit cold up there. Yeah, I can interrogate my air conditioning heating system in my caravan and find out how hot it is or cold it is from down here. And last night it got to 3 degrees in that caravan. 3 degrees, you know them, don't you? When will I see you again? La 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 la. When will we share precious moments? Are we in love or just friends? Is this my beginning? Or is this the end? When will I see you again? We love the 3 degrees. My favourite 3 degrees song is My Simple Heart. You know, with the tubular bells. My simple heart. Ding, ding, ding. My simple heart, yeah, 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 yeah. My simple heart will always love you. Happy birthday, John. Happy birthday. Yeah? Did Nana Manchetti, was it her this morning, Nana? Who was it this morning? I don't think it was. It was the blonde girl, wasn't it? The old bird was on this morning. It was the old one today. She's all right. I quite like her. And Dan Walker. I think he loves himself a little bit much, doesn't he, on BBC Breakfast? Dan Walker. Oh hello. He's very, 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 very lovable of himself. Good morning, there's Rachel. Rachel, just talking about your grandfather clock there, Rachel. Oh, it's wonderful, grandfather. I love clocks, as I say. I think I fell in love with clocks. It was on my 16th birthday, and I was running a pirate radio station. I wanted this quartz clock because we didn't have any radio-controlled ones then. And it's in Kingston, and I showed it to you before, that yellow clock, you know, and it's still going. I've changed the insides of it once. I put a new movement in because it stopped working. But I've only had to do that once. I've done that once in 16, 26, 36, 46, 50, in 41 years. It's only had one other movement put in it. That's not bad, is it, eh? And then, again, when I went to Florida the very first time, 1989, I think it was. Went to Florida the very first time, was driving along the road. Orange Blossom Trail, I think it was called. Big wide roads in America. And there was this shop, and it had all these clocks, grandfather clocks and things in the window. I thought, I want to have a look in there. So I parked outside and went in. Of course, they're straight on you, the American shop assistants. They're very good, very, very good at their job. And their customer service in America is second to none, right? They want you to leave. They want your money, and they will bend over backwards to get it off you. They really will. The customer service, when everywhere I've always been in America, has been second to none. And he's following me around. Oh, hello, where are you from? England. Oh, well, England. And the first thing he says, oh, well, we can ship to England. No problem at all. Just let us know. What are you looking for? I said, well, I'm just having a look round. I don't know what I wanted, really. I wasn't going to buy anything. And I came, Rachel, and you'll be interested in this. I came across this glass clock. A glass grandfather clock. I kid you not. It was amazing. All the walls, all, you know, the tall bit there, all glass. That's all round, not just the front. The whole thing was just glass, and you could see all the brass movements and everything, or whatever metal it was. You know, click, click, and the thing going like, oh God! And I must have stood in front of that one a little bit too long. He's straight over, isn't he? Oh, is this the one you like, sir? Yes, no problem with this. We can ship it over. And I said, oh, I'd never be able to put that back together. Oh, it's very, very simple. It comes with a full set of instructions. All you need to do is just tell us your address, and we can get that to you, no problem. And I thought, oh, go away. You're annoying me now. And I spent some time in that shop, and I never bought anything. I suppose he was disappointed with that. But, you know, I at the time, I was much younger than I couldn't have afforded it anyway. Oh, it was wonderful, this grandfather clock. You can get them on Amazon. Everywhere you can get these grandfather clocks now. But your one looks really nice there, Rachel. I saw it in your TikTok video yesterday. I thought, oh, maybe I should ask her if I can mention, because some people don't like to know what's in their houses. But if you put it on the TikTok video, I thought, oh, she's obviously not worried about that. You know, if there was like a stash of £200,000 sitting on your table, I don't think you'd want me to mention that, would you, my love? Lovely. Morning to Peter Wright, Fran Green there. Oh, there we are. John mentioned his birthday there. Which we've done now. Oh, gosh, there's lots of messages, isn't there? Let's do some name checks for you, my loves. Matt Walker, good morning to you, Matt. He's in Australia this morning. As always, morning, Matt. I work with him at Belushis. Diane Jeb, hello to you. It's 6:24. Oh, okay, I beg your pardon. It's only 6:24 where Michael is. Oh, I thought it was like an evening show there, you know, like a nighttime show. Yeah. Claire says, Claire is, of course, I think I've got, let me just read Claire's position, because various people are now being given positions now in the show. Claire is head of, if I'll have to do it from memory, Claire is head of fashion and afternoon teas on this channel, because she's posh. Okay, Claire is very posh, so please don't swear. I can't find my list of jobs that I've given people. Oh, I've got it in my head. Why have I got vegan pasties written there? Why have I got vegan pasties written? I don't know why I've got that on there. Maybe I want to search for vegan pasties or something. Peter, do you ever sleep? No, I find sleep is a complete and utter waste of time, to be honest, Peter. There's so much to do, dear. So much to do. How have these people walking around? Oh, I'm really bored today. I'm bored. I've got nothing to do. Well, find something to do then. Find something to do. They sit there getting bored all the time. Morning to Mike Reese-Ponto. Who else is there? Ashley. Hello, Ashley. Ashley, you out in the house? Ah, Christina, there you are, dear. Where have you been, my love? Christina Ewing back in the house. There's Adam the plumber, who is head of vintage episodes of this programme. Adam is head of vintage episodes. Morning to George Bond, Amelia Phillips. Shania, head of the Catholic Church on the Isle of Wight. Lots of people are being given positions now. Even Rachel, Queen of TikTok. Rachel is Queen of TikTok, isn't she? Yeah. And there she is, the delightful Mandy Davenport, who is head of this channel of pain and suffering. Yes. Mick Davenport, 11 years a day, I met Mandy and got caught by the postman. I thought so, yeah, it's a battery one, isn't it? But the pendulum moves and it chimes. Looks absolutely delightful, that clock of yours, I must say. Gary Davidson, a very good morning to you. Let's have a look. Mike's going to set up his United Kingdom talk clock on my YouTube live channel. Now, there's an idea. Why not have the United Kingdom talk clock? I think I might get one for myself. How much are they? I might have to PayPal myself today for a United Kingdom talk clock and set that up somewhere. What a great idea, Mike. That's a great idea, thank you. Christina, Germany is still in hamster hoarding mode of loo roll, pasta and yeast, but the Germans are still learning how to queue and not to shove and push. I bet that's hard for a minute. Do they tend... That's not just the Germans, though. It's a lot of people, they just don't queue in other countries, do they? They just kind of move forward. The British people are standing there patiently in a queue, and suddenly all these other people come in front of them. What's going on here? It was like that in Italy. And I've been to Italy a few times, but yeah, no, each and every one to their own. Morning to Sean Pye this morning. Good morning, Sean. Gareth Loxton, hello to you. Watching some old videos of the show from 2015. With you accompanied by another guy next to you. Oh, well, we've had a few different people over the years sitting next to me. Do you know the date of that one? And I can tell you who it is. It's a long time ago, it sounds. 2015. I have no idea who that would be. Was that when Ray Reynolds... No, it's probably a little bit too far back for Ray. He came a couple of years ago. There's been my mate who used to sit here a lot. James Dean. Nikki French has been in here. She represented us for the Eurovision Song Contest some years ago. Finger Bobs. Jimmy Savile. No, it wasn't Jimmy Savile. I didn't like that. Finger Bobs. Finger Bobs. He used to make these little puppet type things. They were tiny little puppets out of like thimbles, and he'd put them on his fingers and it'd be like this, and they'd like talk to each other. Wonderful, wonderful children's programs, Matt. Not like the crap that's on there for them, dear. No wonder the kids are not interested in the telly anymore, because you're giving them crap telly. That's the modern people. Oh, let's all be PC. All that old crap. Let's have a dark-skinned Womble. Why? Why? The Womble's never had dark skin. Have you seen a Womble with dark skin? Well, you can now. It's just ridiculous. Just for the sake of doing it. Just for the sake of doing it. Doesn't mean anything. Oh, I don't get it. I don't get life anymore. I really don't. What's in your tea this morning? Nothing. I've had that already, my dear. Tea has gone. I feel better today. I felt really odd the last 2 days. A bit strange. Here. Around here. Don't know what it was. No problem breathing or anything like that. Just felt odd around here, but that seems to have disappeared. Claire loved Trumpton and Camberwick Green. The Soldier Boys were my favourite. Yeah, I expect they were, Claire. I think the less said about that, the better, my dear. I've heard some stories, but I don't. It's our little secret. It's our little secret, my love. Let's have a look. Rachel's got cuckoo clock as well. Oh, wonderful. She's going to put them all on one wall. I've got a load of clocks on one wall, but they're just these sort of clocks. Those sort of electric, battery operated. Oh, is that cooking or not? Sort of battery operated TikTok things. Some of the Barry Manilow fans are not pleased at the moment. Horses wouldn't draw it from me. I don't think you wouldn't be interested in what's happened, would you? Would you be interested in what's happened? Some of the Barry Manilow fans are not happy at the moment with Barry. I may or may not tell you that story later. Let's have a look. I'm not going to read out the name of the person who who wrote this. I may or may not. I mean, perhaps you're not interested. I mean, we're talking here hardcore Barry fans. That's what we're talking about. And that some of them are really quite unhappy about something that's going on. Hush my mouth. Horses wouldn't drag it from me. Morning to DJ Craig. White Teeth is in the house. Morning. You're right, Mari, baby. Bluebells are easy to grow. They're like the shade and will spread easily. Yes, I've got a lot out the front, Claire. And then they're just natural ones. I may have planted them before. I can't remember. But these bulbs came and I thought I'd put them in that shaded area behind the tree there. Beautiful flowers, bluebells. And these are the English ones. There's different types of bluebells, boys and girls. The English ones kind of are like that, and they all hang to one side. There's Spanish ones, which they consider invasive, and they are more like almost like a hyacinth, but much smaller on the top. Am I right in that, Claire? Is it the English ones? They tend to hang one side, don't they? And they're very fragrant. We love a smelling flower, don't we? We love a flower that smells. The Spanish ones, there's more flowers, but no smell. And I'd rather have less flowers and a bit of a smell. My wisteria's opened at the moment, round the corner. Oh, the smell coming off that. Beautiful. Not only that, it's actually gone. It's not like, you see in... What was that film about? It was filmed in India. Wonderful television... No, not a film. Television series. Something about... Anyway, they had this big house and the wisteria went all along the front. You know that one? That programme. It was a couple of years back now. Well, it's not quite like that. But nevertheless, the wisteria, I've managed to train it right across the back of the house now. And there are some, but not too many flowers on it. I'll take a picture. I'll try and take a picture and show them to you tomorrow. All right. Adam would like to see one of Chris's clocks, different clock every day. We'll do that. We'll do that. And we can just put that on the Facebook thing to advertise the show on YouTube. The battery dies eventually on that thing anyway, but there we are. Shall I record your hymn playing? I would love to hear them. What hymn playing? Oh, while I'm practicing, you mean? I haven't done one of those for ages, actually, have I? No, I'll do some of those. I'll do some of those. Shania's got... What do you mean it's your half birthday? When I was younger, I celebrated half birthdays. And that's just a scam, that is, Shania, to try and get more gifts out of your dad. That's outrageous. Well, I should be sending you... I'm very surprised. You as well, as head of the Catholic Church, scamming your father and brother for extra gifts. Half birthday? Well, I've heard it all now. That's a new one. I hear some people, they now don't talk about their birthday. They call it their birth week. Some of them, who like to go out on the old drink every night, now go as far as, oh, it's my birthday month. What? Where's that come from? Birthday month. Now, you're talking about a half birthday, so that's halfway between your birthdays. It's a blooming scam. I'm very shocked and oh my God, I must make the sign of the cross immediately, darling. Back, darling. Where is the cross anyway? My cross, that cross that used to hang up there, that broke. You know what happened? Oh, it's my fault. I'm so stupid. Well, you know that anyway. I've got it here. Look, it's at the back here. Right. I'll show you what happened to this. Now, this is beautiful. Actually, it was Adam the plumber bought me this. I don't think you know this, Adam. I'm surprised you didn't ask where it was. But look, the top of it's broken off. I'll have to come a bit closer. Can you see that's... It's not shut... Oh, it is actually. Because that's beautiful. That was from Malta. It broke off. What happened was there was a little hole, right? And a little bit of string, okay? And it was held up by a staple in the wall on the piece of string. Anyway, when I changed the backdrop, which I do sometimes, when I change the backdrop, I have to take everything off. It's quite a laborious thing. It's not, it's not a 5-minute job doing that backdrop. Okay, this backdrop I've got now is my favourite one that I've ever had. I love it. I absolutely love that one behind me. We'll probably put a new one up for summer. Okay, I actually have a new summer one. It's all ready to go, and that'll be going up in probably June. Okay, you'll like it. No, I'm not going to tell you. No. I'll put that up in the summer. Probably won't change the one at the I can't remember what's at the caravan. What we got at the caravan? Balloons. But you haven't seen that for ages now, that one. So I probably won't change that one this year because it's just not been in use, But that one will get changed probably sometime in June for my summer one, which I know you're going to love. All I'm saying is that if any of you have ever been to Central Station, you'll recognise the sort of design. Not what they've got on the walls there now. In the past. Anyway, so I took this off the wall and that was fine. And then when I went to put it back up, the string broke off. Okay? From the little hole in the top. And I thought, oh, Christ. Oh, I can't be bothered to go downstairs and get a piece of string. All I've got to do is go down the stairs and come back up again, or a piece of wire or something like that. What I'll do is forgetting, of course, that it's glass on the front there. What I'll do, I'll just put a staple directly through the hole. Right, so I've got my gun staple. I've done that, and of course it's broken. And that's why that's not on the wall anymore. Shame, really, because it's a particularly beautiful item, don't you think? It really is. Beautiful, that is. And that's why that's not on the wall there. I thought I'd just inform you. Half birthday, Shania. I've heard it all now. That's all she wants is to do. She wants to go do drinking. Well, you won't be able to drink much, according to one of the stories here. In the Sun today, pubs could limit British people to 3 pints when the lockdown is lifted, which is good news for some of you drunkards on this channel. I think most of the people watching this channel are on the old bottle all the time, aren't you? Yes. Most of you are on the bottle most of the time. Disgusting, dear. By the way, I have a picture to show you today, boys and girls, but it will require you to hit the like button. Now, wait a minute. How many have we got? 10, 32. It will require 22 likes for you to see the picture of Dr. SOS Gregorian when he was quite young. Okay? If you want to see that picture, hit your like button now. That reminds me of Marty Kane and the Spaghetti Junction scoreboard on New Faces. You're a star, you're a star. Baba. Do you remember Nina Mishkov? What a bitch that was. Awful woman, Nina Mishkov. Horrible lady. She was one of the judges on New Faces. Marty Kane was fab. Anyway, yeah, pubs could be limiting British people to 3 pints when the lockdown is lifted. Well, mind you, that won't affect some of my karaoke crowd. Oh, it's shocking. They come in and they buy 1 Coke and they think they can sing 10 times by buying 1 Coke. I don't think so, sunshine. You're taking the... They do. Literally. A lot of the karaoke people do that. You have to watch them. Some of them come in, sit down and put a song in and then sit down and don't buy a drink. Outrageous. Good morning, Maureen. Morning, Maureen. Absolutely outrageous. They literally do. You watch them come in, they come up straight up to me, right? They put their song in and then they sit down and start talking to people and they don't buy a drink. Well, I'm aware of that. I can see everything up there. Don't you worry about that, my loves. You want to sing? Go and buy a drink. Oh, I'm not really thirsty at the moment. I'll buy one later. Well, you can sing later then. Are you taking the mick? Are you for real? I just don't understand people. Where they are coming from half the time. Well, perhaps they can't afford a drink. Well, they shouldn't be in the pub then, should they? They're trying to run a blooming business. How do you think they can pay me and all the staff if you're going to sit there and not buy a drink or 1/2 of a Coca-Cola? Taking the mick, honestly. But you might be limited to 3 pints. This professor suggested British people were starving for pubs. I mean, look at you lot here. I mean, I'm looking at the names list in front of me there today, but to be honest, boys and girls, you're the sort of people that are queuing outside of pubs, aren't you? 11 o'clock in the morning or whenever they open. I think we've got an awful... Not you, obviously, Claire. Not Claire, but most of you on here look like you're Weatherspoons type customers. Queuing up outside in your little shell suits, are you, my love? Waiting for those doors to open so I can get a pint of lager for 50 pence and then sit there the entire day with it. No karaoke, no quiz nights, no music, nothing. Just your pint of lager. We can sit and cry into that. British people are starving for pubs and the government would bring in a drink limit to help them stay safe. I don't see how that's going to change things, but speaking... Oh, Christ, here we are. I hate to use this term, The Guardian. Oh, Christ, what a left-wing paper that is. Ow, and we don't like anything. Oh, we hate everyone. Everyone offends us. That's The Guardian. I told you about The Guardian staff. They used to come in Central Station, the staff from The Guardian. What a vile lot of people they were. They used to sit on the stage knowing full well the karaoke was due to start at 8 o'clock or whatever it was. I would get there, because I'm always early for mine. I'd get there like, 7:45 or whatever. No, sorry, if it was going to start at 8 o'clock, I'd be there like 7:45. Because I like to set up. You go in and you say, oh, hello, everyone. Could you move? We're going to be starting the karaoke. And they would sit there. Oh, well, we're just finishing our drinks. And so, well, we want to start at 8 o'clock. And then they call over the boss. Excuse me. Is it all right to stay here just to finish our drinks before we set out? And he always used to say yes. And I could never understand that. So you'd be hanging around. People would be coming in, ready to sing the karaoke. I'm still sitting there with my stuff, waiting for these idiots to move off there. Rude. They were so full of themselves. The Guardian newspaper staff. They were so full of themselves, especially when they realised I read the Daily Mail. Oh, they hated me, which made them sit there even longer. Fortunately, for whatever reason, they stopped coming in. 4 years I had to put up with them dickheads. Oh, sorry, but they are. Speaking to The Guardian, the Lancaster University academic insisted social distancing would be required if pubs reopen. He's advising the government on how to ease the coronavirus restrictions and speaks with the Cabinet Office's Behavioural Science Group. Oh, that sounds interesting, doesn't it? I wonder what they'd make of me. A Behavioural Science Group. Oh, hello, Chris. This is Chris Reardon. We'd like you to study him for a while. I think there'd be a lot of suicides in that group of people if they had were forced to do that. Pubs have been shut since March the 23rd. The Economist suggested landlords and shop owners could be asked to enforce new rules. I just don't see how they can open. I mean, with the 2 metre rule, how would that work? It just can't work, can it? Can it? How would you do that? Take, for example, the pub I was in. If you had a 2 metre rule, you'd manage to get in there 10... Oh, we've got a news flash coming in. Let me see if it's of interest, boys and girls. Oh, Boris has had a child. Don't say what it is. Breaking news. Did you hear it? You see, we're connected to the BBC. I'm a BBC person now. You know that. I've got the news stories flooding in here. 24 hours a day, dear. Direct connection to the BBC. It says here, Prime Minister Boris Johnson and Carrie Symonds announced the birth of their son. It's a little boy at a London hospital. I wonder what it's going to be called. I wonder what it'll be called. Oh, bless. Oh, we like a little baby being born, don't we like that? Doesn't that make you feel good? Make me feel good anyway. Anyway, back to this. The Sun says this bloke has suggested landlords could ration how much beer they serve to 2 to 3 pints. Customers would then be politely told to go home. Get out of my pub! Get out of my pub! You've had your pints. We've had your money. Now F off. Bring back Barbara Windsor. That's what I say, my love. Oh, poor Barbara. That's really sad. Barbara Windsor with the dementia. And it goes on. So you might be limited to 2 pints, which won't affect most of you who come to the karaoke because you're tight-fisted so-and-sos. Sit there with 1/2 a Coca-Cola for 4 hours. Shocking. Shocking. Let's have a look. Half birthday, dear me. Lots of people wishing John happy birthday there. Which is fantastic. Or let's just scroll down to the other. They are Rachel. Congratulations on the birth of your baby boy, Boris and Karen. Our love. We like a little baby. We like a little baby being born. Good morning, Mark Cording. Just been announced. Yes, we've just read that one out. Thank you very much. John Aitken. A very good morning to John. There's Colin Kay. Claire's missing Central Station and karaoke. May it soon return. And your mum as well. How's your mum, by the way, Claire? I hope she's doing okay. I like your mum. Angela. Angela is Claire's mum. Angela. A very good morning to delightful LaBelle, who's here. Your emerald-eyed TikTok of magic. I tried to do a duet with one of your videos, and I can't. Oh, is that something I've got to do to it, LaBelle, to allow it or whatever? Oh, I came across a thing last night, actually, funnily enough. It was... Who was it? Sean Pye, who said he could put a comment on my video, and I had it set to friends only, which is a bit odd because I think he's subscribed, so doesn't that automatically make you a friend if you're a subscriber? I don't know. Anyway, I've took the thing off and he's able to comment now. Immediately, we had another negative comment about my Captain Tom video. I don't know what's wrong with people. They don't get the satire. They don't get it. Oh, well, just go and be sad. Probably a Guardian reader. That's what it is, a Guardian reader there. Good morning to Joseph McDonald there. Shania misses going to the pub a bit. Shania, you go to the pub, dear? Oh, my God, this is just getting... It's all coming out on the show today. It's like a reveal show, isn't it? All these bad habits people have got. There she is. Shania, head of the Catholic Church, altar server, violin player. And now we find out she goes to the pub. An after-church club? I mean, I don't go to the pub. I've never been to the pub. After church, you go to the pub? I'm sorry, dear. Correct me if I'm wrong here, my love. But after Jesus had been telling off the people for nicking everyone's tax money, did he then go to the pub to celebrate that he'd just scolded people? No. Did Jesus go up to the Mount of Olives to tell that wonderful sermon when he'd finished that? Oh, I fancy a drink now. Let's all go down a pub with the disciples. No. At the Last Supper. Oh, I'll give it to you. He had a glass of wine. I'll give that to you. But it wasn't a pub, was it, dear? He didn't do the Last Supper and then pop to the pub just before the terrible things happened. You know, on Good Friday, after the terrible cross thing. After that, did Mary and all the disciples, well, that's done now, let's go down the pub and have a drink? No, and yet you do. I'm shocked. Very shocked with you tonight, Shania. It's all coming out on the show today. Later on, I shall be revealing which person on this channel comes in Central Station, buys half a pint of Coke and sits there all night with that half a pint and expects to sing 200 times. I think I should reveal the name today. I really do. I know, I broke a crucifix. Isn't that terrible? But it's a glass one, darling. Oh, here come the excuses, shouldn't I? Oh, it was only my best friend and me. We made a card for each other. No presents involved. Yeah, anything. I bet you made sure your dad saw that card. Oh, look, Dad, it's my half birthday. They've got me a card. And then put that in front of him, trying to get your dad to think that he should now buy you a... I'm going to have a word with your dad. I might even ring up your radio show on Saturday. Is that going ahead at the moment? Your Saturday radio show? Shocking. I'm very, very shocked. The Marigold Hotel. No, you're thinking about the Wisteria. They might have had it on that. No, that wasn't the thing. It was a great TV series. I think it was ITV. And it was this, British Empire type house thing in India. And one of the Indian boys in it was getting off with one of the ladies who was married to someone else, but her husband didn't treat her very well. What was that programme? Someone up, Claire will know that. Claire, what was that one? English ones definitely hang one side. Do you know, I think you're right, Claire. I think you're right. You're right. They do. They hang to one side, Claire. You're absolutely right with that, my love. Oh, Fran's got a 31-day short case clock wind-up. Brilliant sound. Yeah, I like those wind-up ones. Joseph remembers the double-deckers. Here we go, here we go, here we go. It's the double-deckers. High-grade gaming. Mother with Andy Pandy comes to play. La, 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 la. High-grade Sean. HR, puff and stuff. Look, I know all the tunes. How sad is that? How sad am I? See, that's what, well, all the lads were out there, all the little boys were out there playing football. I was watching children's television with my mum. Was it Ronnie? Oh, that's my mate Ronnie Gareth, who was in the videos with me. That was my mate Ronnie there. Indian Summer. Was that what it was called? Indian Summer? That sounds about right. One moment. ITV. Indian Summers. Indian Summers. Thank you, Christina. That was the programme. Indian Summers. An excellent television programme. Really, really enjoyed that. That beautiful old house. And was it 2015? It's 5 years ago, that. 5 years ago, that. And it had this house, this beautiful wisteria. Actually, as I've got to tell you, as the series went on, I looked closer and closer at this wisteria. It was plastic. I'm telling you now, it was plastic. I don't know if you've got it on a recording or something like that. Look closely at that wisteria on that programme. It was plastic. Michael Lawrence buys more than one drink. I would not go to the pub and just have one. Did I say it was you, Michael? Did your name come out of my little old mouth? No, darling, no. All right, let's do some stories. Do you want to get paid to watch crime on the television? Some people would argue it's a crime to watch this. Well, documentary streaming service Magalan TV. I've never heard of them. Have you heard of them? Magalan TV wants someone to watch 16 gruesome accounts of notorious murders and dark dealings in just 48 hours while live streaming the experience. I think it's going to be a bit like that Google box or whatever it's called. Huh? Google box? That's another load of rubbish. That one's on Channel 4, isn't it? Google box. where they film people watching a TV show. There is just no talent involved on the telly anymore. If you want to be on the telly, this is why I'm not on there. They're not interested in talent anymore. Just people like Gemma Collins with no talent whatsoever. I was watching, and I did a TikTok video of this. I was looking at the internet the other day. Came across a little video of that programme This Morning. I'm not a massive fan of that. It's all right, This Morning. Usually Philip Schofield, but I think it was Eamon Holmes and his lovely wife Ruth were hosting this show. And they had Gemma Collins on there. And they'd asked her a question, and she said, in all seriousness, well, of course, I'm now a global superstar, reality shows most known for. She came out with something like that. I mean, talk about love yourself. Jesus. Dear me. It says, crime doesn't pay in the Daily Mirror, but watching hour upon hour of grisly murder documentary does. If you're a true crime fan who can handle the real-life stories of the world's most infamous serial killers and haunting details of the paranormal, Magellan TV may have the perfect job for you. Now, this could be for you, This could be for you. Just sit there, watch the telly all day, all night, and get paid. No, I'm not going to pay you to watch this. No. No one is getting paid to watch this. The documentary streaming service wants to put one candidate, just one, to the test by putting them through a terrifying 24-hour binge of back-to-back horror stories. I'm sure my sister will be appearing in one of those as one of the horrific faces on there. Hello there, that is another little job my sister does. She provides the horror faces on a lot of the monsters on the television. She's been on Doctor Who several times. Many, many times. You won't recognise her because of the makeup. But they want someone where they don't have to put too much makeup on. They're naturally horrific looking. And my sister does that job. Here's another thing for she could be earning money here. The bill for the all-night Fright Fest consists of 16 titles, including Manson's... I'm sorry. Keep cool, Chris. Keep it dry. Keep it dry. Keep it dry. Manson's missing victims tortured to death. Now, that one's appealing to me. Mandy, I think you could apply for this. Tortured to death. I'm liking the sound of that one. Murdering the nanny. Yeah. A last confession. Here's the best one. Last confessions of the cannibal. Oh, what? I've got to apply for this job. I love a good horror film. I love a good horror film. It's got the whole list of the things here that you're going to have to watch in 24 hours. Manson's missing victims. I don't know what that is. Manson 40 years later. Torturing to death. Murdering the nanny. Yep. Women on death row. Murder on the internet. I've got to be very careful of that one. Sitting here. When I'm on air, you know, I lock all the doors. Oh, yeah. I lock all the doors when I'm doing this show. I'm not on air. On stream. We're not really on air, are we? Well, I suppose we are. The internet, doesn't the internet bounce on the satellites to go to other countries and things like that? So perhaps we are on air. I don't know. I lock all my doors. I'm terrified of religious extremists breaking in here, murdering me. You know, probably a decapitation. First of all, they get me to put on one of those dreadful orange jumpsuits. Aren't they awful? Why do they put those on people before they cut their heads off? I mean, for Christ's sake, absolutely no idea of fashion whatsoever, these religious extremists. An orange tracksuit? When I first started seeing these poor people being decapitated, I thought they all worked for EasyJet. Awful. No sense of fashion whatsoever, those religious extremists. Anyway, other things. Murder on the internet. I lock all my doors when I'm on air. That I would be had my decapitated in a ghastly orange tracksuit, which is possibly the worst part of it. And then they would come in and start doing their chatting and chanting on here, demanding money from the government. You think Boris is going to give you any money? I don't think so, sunshine. He's got a little boy to keep now. Little boy. Little boy. I wonder what his name. I hope his name's going to be Chris. Oh, I'd be over it. You'd never hear the end of it. You would never hear the end of it if Boris called his little boy Chris. I'm telling you that now. What else have we got here for you to watch? Killer in the Family. Yeah. Who are you with at the moment? Just have a quick look at them. They might not be watching the show. Mick, have a look over at Mandy at the moment. Not long now, mate. She's just checking for the insurance. Be careful, Mandy. Read the insurance. Sometimes they don't include murders. You'd have to do it sneakily, so that no one else would know. Maybe you could be out, obviously, when the lockdown restrictions are eased. You could be out shopping with Mick. You could arrange an articulated lorry to be coming down the road at a certain time, And then what you could do, here's an idea for you, Mandy. What you could do is get Mick with his back facing the road. So I just want to take a selfie of you to send Chris. I put it on his show. And then you go, right, can you just take a couple of steps back? There's nothing coming. He takes another, and the articulated lorry comes round the road. Thank you very much. £200,000 insurance money in your bank within a month. How's that sound to you, my love? Is that a nice thing? £200,000. You could afford a night in my caravan for that. I might consider renting it out for that. It's not a new caravan I've got. It's an old one. But you see, it's the fact that I've got it, you see. That's what makes it very valuable. Other films that you're going to be able to watch. Columbine Massacre in the Killer's Mind. Last Confessions of the Cannibal. Again, who's with you at the moment? Go and have a look at them. They look quite tasty today, don't they? Some of you will take longer to eat than others. I can see that from here. Behind Bars. Parachute Murder Plot. That sounds a good one, doesn't it? Art Trafficking. Grey Markets. Crimes That Made History. Undercover Asia. Trafficking Pills. And Delhi Cops. Well, I think it's got to be Last Confessions of the Cannibal that I'm finding appealing and Tortured to Death. They're the two that I'd like to watch there, really. It says if you manage to complete the task, you will be given £800. A year's free subscription to Magaland TV and 3-month memberships for 3 of your family and friends. See, we could give that as a prize, couldn't we? A 3-month membership. If I won that, I could sit here for 24 hours and watch those things, I think. I might fall asleep. Do you have to do it all in one go? It says, unfortunately, applications to take on the role are only open to those aged 18 and living in the US. Oh, LaBelle. LaBelle. You could do that. Watch those murder programmes there, my love. Or watch some of the drag queens over here murdering the songs when they're drunk. Good morning to Mark Bowden. Morning, Mark. Welcome to the show there. You all right chatting away there? Yes. Christina, it's amazing how desperate TV channels are for no storyline, no remote scale of talent, and still want you to pay the TV licence. It's dreadful, Christina. The crap on the telly. I'm very, very selective to what I watch. As I say, Killing Eve, I've started watching at the moment. Funnily enough, you'll find that myself and Fran and Mandy, we seem to watch the same stuff. Killing Eve, I don't know if they watch Killing Eve actually, but certainly Our Girl, we all enjoy Holby and Casualty. Casualty still seems to be on at the moment, but they must be getting near now to running out of shows, I would imagine. Holby have already run out of shows. There's no Holby at the moment until they start filming again, which I hope they do. Going to be a lot of changes, isn't there? The world changed. The world changed some weeks ago, and I don't know what it's going to be like when we all start doing our stuff again. And we're talking about handing out masks to everyone. Oh, God, I don't know. I don't really want a mask. But if we have to wear one, we have to wear one, and that's how it is, isn't it, I suppose? Oh, it'd just be so annoying, that. Mick hopes spiders get in my Oh, you've got that angry face again, my Mick. Be careful. Your heart, my love. Your heart. You mustn't get angry. You mustn't get angry. Very dangerous for you. Mandy, get ready. That insurance, heart attacks will be covered. I guarantee it. You check that insurance, my love. Van der Valk was good on Sunday night. What side was that on, John? Van der Valk. Is it the same music? Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Is it the same music? Van der Valk. Is it ITV? I must watch that. I must watch that. Where's my blooming pen gone to? Oh, it doesn't matter. I forget things. As soon as I finish a show, this is why I say, if you ever buy anything on the Super Chat or whatever, then always send an email, because after the show, I walk away. I literally walk away. I'm straight out the door near enough to go for my walk, dear. Trevor Campbell, put a mask on your face, Chris. It will be an improvement. Dear me. Put a girdle on your waist and that will be an improvement, Trevor. Mask on my face. How rude. Morning, Trevor. Sausage dogs. Who doesn't like a sausage dog? I don't think I've ever been barked at by a sausage dog. What long little things they are with those tiny little legs. Eh? Well, in the Daily Mirror today, oh, poor little dog. A worried sausage dog named, wait for it, Pickle. Oh, how cute. I love that name. Pickle. ITV, thank you. A worried sausage dog named Pickle barked and pawed at the washing machine as he refused to leave the side of his favourite chicken drumstick toy for the entire hour-long washing machine cycle. The 3-year-old dog hasn't gone anywhere without his beloved Nug Nug since Santa delivered it at Christmas, and even takes it to bed with him. It came in a set which also contained a burger and chips, but when the adorable dog realised he couldn't carry all 3 at once, he chose the chicken drumstick as his number 1 toy. Bless him. Pickle's owner decided it was time that the toy was given a good clean and distracted him with treats in the garden so she could sneak Nug Nug into the wash. Before the mum of one could even turn on the machine, Pickle sensed his best friend was in danger and began barking and scratching at the robot washing machine, holding it captive. I love it. Morning, Sam. Hello to Sam Thomas today. Morning, Sam. Unable to rescue it, he sat whimpering and pawing at the machine until the cycle was complete and couldn't contain his excitement when 36-year-old Rebecca finally freed his favourite drumstick. Oh, bless his heart. I don't know how Pickle could smell his toy through the washing machine, but he found it straight away, said the lady in Derbyshire. He started barking at me. It was like he was saying, oh my God, do you know that my toy is in the washing machine? You need to get it out. He definitely thinks I can speak sausage dog. We like sausage dogs, don't we? As soon as the cycle was on for an hour and he sat there for the whole time, even when he couldn't see his toy anymore, he knew it was still in there. As soon as I opened the door, he saw it, but he didn't know if he was allowed to take it. Yet, so he was carefully touching it with his nose like that on the door, I suppose. I told him he could take it and he got out of the machine and walked off. We like that. We like that sort of thing. Morning to Alan Wainwright. Just received the fridge magnet. Excellent. So when was that one posted? Saturday. See, it's taking you longer to get yours, isn't it? Saturday that went. At the moment, I've got one here to post off. There's 2 things waiting to be posted off. I think a fridge magnet and something else. But my stamps, they say they delivered my stamps and they haven't got to me. I have no idea where they are. Little paper planes. Here's a story in the Daily Mail today. A tiny nano cardboard flyers powered by lasers and inspired by corrugated cardboard could help NASA collect evidence of life on Mars. Yes. There has to be other life out there, doesn't there? It really does. US engineers say a fleet of the little aircraft could be launched from ground-based rovers and steered with light to collect chemical samples on the red planet. What a clever idea. I think it's just technology and scientists are very clever people, aren't they? I wish I was clever like that. I'm not a very clever person. I don't think I'm clever, you know. Not like, these blokes who can do everything. Like my brother-in-law, he can do anything. Anything he wants to do. He just watches a video and then does it. Fixes cars, roofs on houses, puts up basic things like shelves and all that. But he can, like, take a car apart. And there is a car in his little workshop or whatever, a motorbike or something, in his workshop, all on a table, just bits. And you come back 2 days later and there's a blooming motorbike sitting outside. Where's that come from? I put it back together. And all cleaned. All sparkling and clean. How do people do that? So clever. And all these scientists are such clever people as well. Each nano cardboard device consists of a hollow plate of aluminium oxide, a few nanometers thick, with a sandwich structure similar to that of corrugated cardboard. It weighs as much as a fruit fly, so very light, about 1/3 of a milligram, and levitates thanks to changes in air temperature. Well, I'd like to be able to levitate, wouldn't you? Wouldn't that be good? Levitate and move along. Just think how quickly you get through the traffic in London, if it ever returns. Just push, you just say, I'm going to levitate, and then suddenly you rise up and it just floats across everything. We were talking about that similar sort of thing on yesterday's show, weren't we? About dreams, flying dreams. Aren't they the most wonderful things? How exhilarated and fantastic do you feel after a flying dream? How are we doing on the likes, by the way? We got 18 likes. We need 22 likes to see Dr. Gregorian's When I Was Younger photo today. Don't forget, if you've ever got a picture to send in, please only send one of whatever it is. Don't start sending me 10 pictures because I haven't got time to do all that stuff. But if you want to send in one picture of anything at all, perhaps yourself younger, some sort of item you've created, maybe a cake, some bit of cooking. Don't just send pictures of your dinners like they do on Facebook. How boring is this? Oh, here's my breakfast from this morning. There's a picture of 2 sausages, some baked beans and some chopped up tomatoes on someone's plate. Really looking forward to this. Well, we're not looking forward to looking at it. But if you created something, anything at all, pictures of yourself when you were younger, as I say, cake, maybe you've made a car or a piece of art. You might be someone who sticks those little bits of felt on things, or even if you'd be happy, perhaps your children has made you something. You could send it in and I'd be quite happy to show it on the show. Be quite good, wouldn't it? Anything at all, just send it in. That's fine. These spaceships are particularly well suited to planets such as Mars, where the thin atmosphere and low gravity enhance the fleet's ability to levitate. Oh, levitation. Let me try it. I'm going to try. Some people can levitate. Is that real? They can actually levitate by sitting in a certain position doing, prayers or something like that. Shania, can you levitate? Because you're head of the Catholic Church on the Isle of Wight. Can you levitate? Is it like a special prayer that I need to learn for that one? I would like to be able to levitate, please. This is perhaps I can learn to do that. The developers believe their fleet of nano-cardboard vessels could help supplement exploration apparatus on NASA's Mars 2020 rover due to be launched in July. So they're going to send another spaceship up, aren't they? Isn't that great? I think that's fantastic. Fantastic. Christina says it's mandatory to wear a mask now. She's in Germany. I had to wear one yesterday all day when I took and processed my boyfriend into a German hospital. We think it's liver or organ shutdown. Oh gosh. Well, I hope that goes all right for you, Christine. I do. John likes the sausage dogs, don't you, darling? We like a sausage dog. Yes, we do. There's an asteroid coming past the Earth tonight, says Rachel. Yes, there is. About a mile long. I saw that one. We keep doing asteroid stories. We've done a few of those, haven't we, Rachel? No, I couldn't post it in the end, Alan. Oh, what, your one? I beg your pardon. Yes, it would have been posted Monday. So it went Monday. That went Monday at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So Tuesday, Wednesday. That's all right, isn't it? 2 days. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine with that. But I haven't been able to post off the raffle ticket, the raffle prize, because I've run out of blooming stamps, and the ones on the way here have gone missing somewhere. Mike's going to have to wear a mask. I suppose you would get used to them, would you? Wearing a mask all the time. I don't like, when you breathe out and the hot air comes back at you a little bit, doesn't it? I don't like that. It's horrible. Horrible. Okay, gang. Now, you might want to take a note of this one. All right? Because it's time for Love Island applications. Of course, I don't have to apply for Love Island. They contact me. Oh, yes, dear. Yeah, Love Island contact me. Oh, hello, is that Chris Wynn from United? Oh, yes, please. Oh, it's Love Island here. We asked you last year and the year before if you'd be. No, thanks ever so much, but no, I don't really need the publicity. Oh, well, you can have a. We'll be very happy to provide you with a selection of swimwear for you to wear on the show. We've got speedos and very short shorts and that. Thanks. I'm not really interested. Thanks ever so much. Oh, well, how much do you want? No, I'm really not interested. We can offer you £2 million for a 10-minute appearance. No, I'm really not interested. Thank you. Can I ask why that is, sir? Because your show's crap. Bang. I mean, look, come on. Look. Wouldn't I make the ideal candidate for Love Island? Let me just do one of the poses. More crap television. But there may be doubts over whether Love Island will return later this year due to the current coronavirus pandemic. But if the number of applications for the summer series is anything to go by, fans are hoping the ITV2, basically a channel created for morons, boys and girls, ITV2 and ITVBE. Channels created for stupid, thick people who have got nothing better to do with their lives than watch these morons running around half naked, shouting at each other, rowing, swearing and shagging. That's it. That is the programme. Tell me that's not the programme. There is no story. There is no comedy. There's nothing. It's crap. Like most of the output on ITV2 and ITV, even worse than that, ITVBE. And what is that, ITVBE? Who came up with that title? Why not ITV5 or ITV4? No, ITV. So they've got, I can't work out who comes up with these ideas. They've got ITV1, ITV2, ITV3, ITV4, and ITVBE. Don't they realise none of this stuff makes any sense? There's Dr. Gregorian. Well, I think we might be about to show your picture. Yep, 25 likes. We're going to be showing your picture very shortly. Stand by exclusively to this channel and with the full permission of Dr. Gregorian. I'm now going to show you the picture. Are you ready? Here it is of when he was younger. Go. Oh, look, a cute little Dr. Gregorian. Look at him, looking cute there. Bless his little heart. Good morning, Dr. Gregorian. That's who he is there. Are you enjoying that, all right? Come on, that was worth 25 likes today. As I say, anything you want to send in, send it through, boys and girls, okay? chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk is my email address. So that's as he looked when he was a little boy. Yeah, I haven't got one of him as a young man, just as a little boy. But I can imagine that he was probably a cute young man. And then now, what happened? What happened? Isn't it amazing how, you look at some of my older pictures, you might have seen them or not, and I've managed to remain youthful and good looking right up to this point so far. I don't know how I do it, I really don't. Back to this story there. According to The Sun, Love Island has received there's the address if you want to send anything. According to The Sun, Love Island has received its highest number of applications yet, while the UK is in lockdown and show bosses are hoping to snap up the new reality stars by holding virtual auditions. And why would you want to go on that? I want to be famous. I want to be famous. I've got no talent. I ain't know how to get on the telly, innit? Those sort of people. I don't know. I just want to be famous. How else can I get on the telly? Because I can't be funny. I can't be serious. I can't do the news because I can't read the right names out on the channel. No, I can't read the names. I can't pronounce the foreign names in it. No, and sometimes I effing can't. Oh, I've done it again. I swore in it. I'm really sorry, mate. I just want to be famous. So they'll play for people like Love Island, The Only Way is Essex, because that's the only way they're going to get on the telly, the trash television programmes. An insider told the paper that applicants have surpassed 12,000, claiming applications have gone through the roof since lockdown. Other programmes on the Real Housewives. Have you ever watched any of those? God. Basically, they're these old bags who sit there and they've had all this facial work. The lips are like this. And the house, the Real Housewives of wherever, Orange County, Washington DC, New York, Cheshire is the British one, isn't it? Cheshire, awful, and they just sit there slagging people off. Something that we never do on this channel, and you well know, not even the Guardian staff. So the applications have gone through the roof. They continued. Over 70% of the applications have come from the 18 to 28-year-olds, and the videos being sent in have been more creative than ever as people have more time on their hands. The insider suggested that once the candidates for Love Island summer series have been shortlisted in the coming weeks, they'll be interviewed virtually by the team. So we're going to have there with ITV having to bring in extra staff to accommodate the high numbers. Oh, don't ask them any difficult questions for Christ's sake. I wouldn't go further than what is 1 + 1. Mail Online has contacted a spokesman for Love Island. There's a picture of them, and they all look very pretty. They all look very pretty, but it's just the mouths on them. They're so full of self-righteousnesses, aren't they? Many TV shows have been forced to postpone film and upcoming series in order to adhere to the lockdown. So maybe it won't happen. The Apprentice has been scrapped for this year. They just can't film it. While reports suggest I'm a Celebrity and Strictly Come Dancing are hopeful they can still go ahead. But we don't know yet. A lot of these programmes are just not going to be on. They can't get the people together to film them. Well, they can, but it could be dangerous, you see. Christina! Some need to go on Love Island and other bubblegum TV since the Jeremy Kyle show was removed. Oh, it's the worst one of the lot, that was, wasn't it, eh? That was the worst one of the lot, I tell you that now. Sean thinks I look like something out of Steptoe and Son. Da, da, da. Oh, no, is that Steptoe and Son? Da, 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 da. That's on the buses. Oh, can't remember the tune to Steptoe and Son. I'm sure it was rather wonderful. Oh, was it 20 to 11? We've got time for more stories. Yeah, we've only got another couple of stories, and then we'll do the raffle tickets. Male penguins, perverts. Well, I'm shocked at this story. In the Sun today, a century-old notebook. Let me get some tickets out here. A century-old. What's that noise? Oh, I wonder if they found my stamps. 1 minute. Let's have a look. Oh no, I can hear a noise. Oh, that's the council cutting the grass. That is a century-old notebook describing the depraved sex acts. Now, we don't usually do that sort of thing on this programme, but if it's in the Sun, I thought this was fairly safe. A century-old notebook describing the depraved sex acts of penguins has been acquired by London's Natural History Museum. The author, British scientist Dr. George Murray, observed the perverted birds engaging in gang rapes and necrophilia during an expedition on the Antarctic. He wrote the manuscript following months of research while accompanying doomed explorer Robert Scott, of course, to the South Pole. Among other sexual behaviour of astonishing depravity, Dr. Levick noted that promiscuity and infidelity were rife among the colony of penguins he studied. Shocking! And we thought there were such cute things, waddling along that and jumping in the river. I like the one where they all jump over the mountain, don't they? Into the water. Well, apparently that's far from the worst of it. Rape, gang rape, and sexual abuse of chicks by adults were all recorded by the Nottingham-born scientist. Necrophilia was also commonplace, with offenders often mating with birds who had died the previous year. God's sake, man. I'm never going to go and visit a penguin enclosure again after this. Revelation in the Sun. His now infamous notes on the originally beach of colony of Adele, I think it's Adele, Adelie, 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 beach colony of Adelie penguins, known to be the largest colony in the world even today, will be researched in detail by experts at the National History Museum. By the way, I noticed on the news last night, I think it was on the BBC London news, they were saying that a lot of the museums and things are putting their exhibits online. You can go like on the virtual tour. So that might be something if you're a bit bored this afternoon to have a look into. All right. And it goes, well, I'm shocked, really. I'm shocked about those penguins. Oh, dear. What are they getting up to, dear? The penguins in the sun. Shocking. Alrighty. Let's do the raffle tickets today, boys and girls. If you'd like a raffle ticket for the next night. Now, remember, gang, make sure you write down your raffle ticket numbers. Oh, I haven't got a pen. Where's all the pens? Here we are. Let's use my BBC Radio Lincolnshire pen, which I received after my recent appearance on BBC Radio Lincolnshire, BBC Television Look North, and BBC Berkshire. I'm everywhere, dear. Everywhere. All right? Make sure you write down the numbers, because from Monday, I'll only be reading you the raffle ticket number, and then it's up to you to claim it. I won't be reading out your name. Once you've claimed it, I will let people know that you've claimed it and who you are. Okay, so you will find out who it was, but don't start sending in emails on the off chance it might be you, because I'll soon catch on to that, and then you will be punished. Mandy will come round and give you pain and suffering. It's all to add to the excitement of winning a raffle ticket, even more exciting than it was last week. God, dear me. Here we go then. Like Gary Davidson, 494. Rachel, 495. 496 for Mick Davenport. 497 for Michael Lawrence. 498 for Diane Jebb. 499 for David Fryer. Who is ticket number 500? There's certain numbers. I don't know, for whatever reason I get excited. It's Trevor Campbell. 500 for our Trevor there. Was it you who wasn't well, Trevor? Did you have the virus? Was that you? Did you have the virus? I hope you've fully recovered from that. It's not a very pleasant thing to have, is it, Trevor? Mandy, 501. Mark Borden, 502. Shania, 503. Tony King, 504. Ross, 505. Simon Steele, 506. Did you hear about her earlier, Simon? Your daughter trying to get extra presents out of you for a half birthday. Dear me. Michael Pullman says penguin life sounds exciting. Or you could always get an outfit, Michael. You'd probably pick one up on eBay. Get yourself a penguin outfit and then go and put yourself on the island and see what happens. Let us know, mate. Maureen, 507. Actually, I thought I might get one myself. Sean Pye, 508. Some people on this channel walk like penguins. They do. Claire, 509. Christina, 510. $511 for Fran Green. Gary, I think I might have done you already. I don't know, unless you've not asked yet. Mari, 512. Michael Lawrence is. Have we done you, Michael? Make sure you ask if you haven't asked yet. Make sure you put ticket in the message somewhere so that I know you're asking for a ticket and you're not just sending a message there. Oh, that's everyone, is it? I think that might be everyone there. Mari, we done Mari? Yeah, 512 for Mari. If I've missed anyone out, please speak now, boys and girls, and I will correct that missingness. Okay, Peter Wright is 513. There we go. Yeah, Michael, let us know how you get on with that. Can you take a camera with us as well? You could upload that to one of those dodgy channels that show that sort of film. Are you going to be playing one of the dead... Are you going to be playing one of the dead penguins or what? John Aitken, 514. Right. Okay, while you're checking to see if I've done your raffle tickets, please let us know. What do you mean, when is the next draw? Don't you know? Don't you know when the next draw is, Peter? Come on, mate. Dear me. I've seen they put virtual riverboat trips online. Really? Ah, that sounds nice. I do like the sound of that, actually, a virtual riverboat. I've been on a couple of riverboat cruises up and down the Thames. Oh, they're wonderful, they are. Really good. We went on an afternoon tea on one a couple of years ago now it was. It was lovely. You know, after a sandwich, endless tea and sandwiches. Endless. They just kept coming. And afterwards, we went. It was a bit cold, but it doesn't matter. We went upstairs and put a coat on, and it was quite nice. It was quite nice. It was quite nice. Peter, if you're not paying attention to... I don't know why you bother sometimes, Peter. I really don't. How can you not know when the raffle is on? Oh, God. Lord help us, dear. I'm going to do today's birthdays now, gang. And then I'll tell you about the Barry Manilow fans. They're not happy. They are not happy. Birthday time, gang. Happy birthday on this Wednesday, the 29th of April, 2020, to the delightful Mr. John Parrish. Lots of love from his wife, Sherry. They're living in a caravan at the moment, up in the hills. In the hills, beautiful. Happy birthday to you, John. Happy birthday today to Jason Allen, 32 years old today. He's the one who wrote the bingo program we're using at the moment. Happy birthday, Jason, 32 today. Darren Birch today is 39 years old. Anthony Ratcliffe is 37 years old. Stuart Watts, good morning, Stuart. Happy birthday to Stuart. Christopher Sweet today, 36 years old. Long time, Chris. Happy birthday, Chris. The last time I saw you was in Waterloo, weren't it, Chris? I remember that. And and John Cannon today. It's John Cannon. Now, that's a name I recognise. John Cannon. Hello, John. Hello, John. A big happy birthday to you as well, John Cannon. Happy birthday, boys and girls. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday. Oh, just a minute. All right, Jimmy. Hello, mate. Can I just call you back in a minute? I'm just doing my show at the moment. I'll be about 20 minutes. 20 minutes? All right, Jim. See you later. Bye, love. Bye. That's my old boss, that is. Jimmy Smith. I worked with him for years and years and years. Lovely to receive a phone call from him, so I'll give him a call back later. Sorry about that, boys and girls. The raffle is every Monday. The raffle is every Monday, Peter. during the show on Monday, whatever time that is. Somewhere between 9 and 11 o'clock is the raffle. Once a month, we have a super draw. That's on Thursday. There's one tomorrow. So all the tickets that have been collected over the month go in a bigger pot. So here's the weekly pot, okay? They won't be included in tomorrow's draw. They're for Monday, okay? And here is tomorrow's pot. Look at it. Absolutely packed. Although these tickets will end up in the... I swapped the things over because, unfortunately, this being cardboard, the tickets get caught under there, you see? They actually get caught under there. So those tickets will be put in there temporarily when we do the super draw. There's Mandy's explaining it now as well. Excellent. Anyway, so the Barry Manilow fan club, a lot of the people are not happy because Barry is selling Manilow face masks. Now, as you well know, we created like a little face mask, and they weren't going to be for sale. I just had them made for myself. I was going to use them as bingo prizes, and then you asked to buy them. You asked if you could buy them. So we made a few more, and some of you bought them, and there's no more available, I'm afraid, so we can't do any more. But the Manilow face masks are now available. They're just a bit of material, picture of Barry on there. $6. About the same price as what mine worked out at. And they would be making a profit because I suppose they'll make loads of them all at the same time rather than sort of 5 or 6, and it'd probably be cheaper for them too. They're $6, probably a little bit dearer over here. I'll be honest, I don't see the problem. You know, I mean, perhaps there's another reason behind this, but $6 is a picture of Barry Manilow and it goes over your face like that. Now remember, these are face masks. They're not necessarily medical type things. Possibly they won't stop anything going in, but they're there. No one's being forced to buy them, so I'm a little bit bemused at why the Manilow people are a bit disappointed with this. But there you go, they are, and that's the upset going on there. All right, okay, boys and girls, that's it for the show today. Thanks ever so much for joining us. I'll be with you again tomorrow morning, somewhere between 9 and 10 o'clock. You have a lovely Wednesday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching and listening. Cheerio now.